Good evening everyone, welcome to the next video of our first session. Till now we have discussed a lot of topics ranging from Python keywords, Python identifiers to for loops. So we have gone really long way in our first session. Now in this video we will cover almost the remaining topics for the first session. We will discussing about while loop and we will discussing the major concept used in programming known as break and continue keywords. Okay, so let's move for the while loop, guys. So what is while loop? Let's go into the syntax. Let's look at the flow chart of it, and let's have a brief example on how while loop works. Okay guys, syntax is while test expression, body of while. This is a simple syntax. I don't believe that you understand syntax, but I believe that you will definitely get to know what the flow chart is all about here, because I believe visual interpretations are more efficient as compared to the syntactic algorithms. Okay, let's look at the flow chart here, guys. So we enter the while loop. Now we have our test expression checking time. Now if it is false, definitely we exit the loop. Now if it is true, in case we are executing the body of the while loop. So in this way we are working here. Okay, so it's similar to for loop. It is completely same as for loop. And yeah, let's continue to the example part. Okay, let's look at example. We have list of numbers here. We have initialized product is equals to 1, index is equals to 0. Now while index is less than length of the list. First of all, what does length of list returns? It returns the length of the list. And what is the length of the list? It is 5. So while our index is less than 5, product is equals to product into list index. Okay, first of all, our index is 0. At index 0, what we have 10. Okay, so our product is equals to 1. So what we are doing here, first of all, we are printing product is equals to product into 10, that is 1 into 10. Now index is incremented by 1. Okay, so finally again now our index is 1. Okay, again 1 is less than 4, it is true. So finally our product is updated by product is equals to product into 20, that is 10 into 20. Now again index is incremented by 1. Now finally what is the index value? It is 2. Okay, it is 2. So finally it goes like index 2, index 3 till index 3. It will multiply all the individual elements in a list, like index 0, index 1, index 2, index 3. Okay, so it will give us the output as, let's say, 10 into 20 into 30 into 40. That will be the answer. Yeah, that's far more easier. Now again, as we're discussing for loop, again in while loop we have while loop with else, which is basically an optional block here. So we can easily go through the simple code snippet, which is far more simple, guys. Yeah, it's far more simple. I think it's printing the evergreen infinite 1, if I'm not wrong. Let me check out the code first. Yeah, what is it? It's a list of numbers here. Index is equals to 0. Now while index is less than length of numbers, print numbers index. Okay, print. What we are printing? We are printing the value at the given index. And again we are incrementing index by 1. Okay, that's what the output is all about. Actually we had got some different output. I was all confused in the first stanza actually. So while our index is less than length, which is 5, so we will be printing here 1, 2, 3 and 4, and also we will be printing the else part. Okay, after we run out of the index, we will print no item left in the list. It is similar to default statement, default keyword, which we use in switch cases. Okay, so yeah, that's it. Now let's look at how to check for the given number is prime or not. As we check in the for loop, let's check here as well. Guys, we can check the logic. It's the same logic we use in the for loop, but what's the difference here? Here we are using while instead of for. Okay, that's the only difference. Else the flow is exactly the same. Okay guys, so this is what the Python while loop is all about. Now let's look at the break continue statement. So it's the last topic for today's session, guys. Hope you will enjoy. And yeah, let's stay tuned and let's continue to today's topic, break and continue statements. So guys, if I have to talk in normal word, basically Python break statement is basically used to come out of the following loop. For example, if we enter the loop after our text expression of the loop, if it is true, and if we have used break function, if we have used break keyword after our text expression is evaluated to true, okay, if we have used break, it will definitely bring us out of the loop. Okay, that's what the break does. Okay, it basically bring you out of the given loop. Let's look at the example first. Let's look at the, okay, there's a beautiful algo mentioned here. Let's look at this. Okay, for variable in sequence, code inside the for loop, if given condition, break. Now if you use break here, you will definitely come out of this entire for loop, that is code outside the loop. Okay, that's what you do. Similarly, if you are using in while text expression, if condition, break. Now if you are applying break here inside the while loop, you will come out of this while loop. Okay, so what is the main use of break here? Break is used basically to come out of the particular looping statement. That's what the break is all about. Hopefully this is clear to you guys. Yeah. Now let's look at the small example here. We have a list of numbers here for num in numbers. Now if num is equals to 4, break. What it is trying to say, guys, is that if our num is equals to 4, come out of the loop and print the else part. That is what it is trying to say. Yeah. Now again here for 1 in numbers, like if we have 1 as our number, it doesn't meet this if condition. Okay, so simply it will print the num. So it is printing num. Well and good. Now again in 2 it is printing 2, in 3 it is printing 3. But when num is equals to 4, okay, well, now when num is equals to 4, at the time it is going out of the loop, okay, and eventually it is printing the part which is out of the loop, okay, which is completely outside the loop, okay, which is this very particular part. Are you getting me? Look guys, this entire code segment is inside this for loop, and this very particular print statement is outside the for loop. So it is printing 1, 2, 3 and eventually outside of for loop. So these are the execution of the given break statement. Now let's look at the Python continue statement as well. So it is completely opposite to the break statement. What it simply means is that if we are using the continue keyword after any text expression, simply continue the remaining part of the loop. That's what it really want to tell us. That is, for example, let's look at the pseudocode as well. For variable in sequence, okay, if this condition is true, continue. That is, continue inside the loop. Don't come outside the loop. Same in case of while loop as well. It is exactly the same. So guys, basically in Python, the for loop and while loop are not so different. Okay, they're exactly the same. Just take it as if they have different keyword like for and while. Else everything is same. Okay, apart from the syntax as well. Now let's look at a simple example here. We have a list of numbers. Now for num in number, if num modulus 2 is equals to 0, continue. Let's look at this part now. For example, first of all, we have num is equals to 1. Okay, we are printing 1 because this condition is not satisfied. Now for num is equals to 2, this condition is satisfied. Okay, this condition is again satisfied. So we are without printing the number, we are again continuing in the loop. Now for num is equals to 3, again this condition is not satisfied. So what we are doing, we are simply printing the number. Now for num is equals to 4, again this condition is satisfied. So what we are doing, we are without printing number, we are simply continuing inside the loop. That's what we are doing. Again for num is equals to 5, this condition is not satisfied, so we are simply printing the number, and eventually we are following our else part, which is print else block. So what we are printing 1, we are continuing here, that is we are leaving this part. 3, again we are continuing here, that we are leaving this part, and again 5, and finally we are printing the else part. Okay, so that's what the code does. So guys, it is far more simple. Break is basically used to come out of the given looping block. It is basically used to come out from the given looping part, and continue is basically used here to continue the given loop without moving ahead. Break is bringing you out of the loop. Continue is basically telling you to go inside the loop without going further. Yeah, if the given condition is satisfied. So that is all the case of break and continue state keywords, guys. So today hopefully we have 4 videos in the first session, and in which we discussed about keywords, we discussed about identifiers, we discussed about comments, we discussed about indentation, we discussed about variables, statements, eventually we discussed about input output and operators, conditional statements, loopings, break and continue. Actually guys, all these things, the topics which we have studied in the rapid mode today, forms the basics of Python fundamentals. Okay, so you can learn all of this through Python official documentations as well. So hopefully I feel that you guys will find the today's session interactive and useful. And guys, so see you in the tomorrow's session, in which we will discuss something on the Python data structures, and we will also go through different Python libraries as well. So guys, this week is completely dedicated for Python for data science. Okay, so hopefully you guys are enjoying the session, the first session, and guys, stay tuned. And what I want to request you is that leave your doubts in the comment section. Okay, leave your doubts in the comment section so that I can see a doubt and I can get to you within the next 24 hours. That's my commitment to your queries. Okay, so guys, see you in the next video. Love you all, and good night.